Good morning to everyone. So last week, I introduced to you the network. Okay? Yun ang ating naging topic last time. So network is a group of computers that are connected to each other, no? Or to a central server so that they can exchange data and programs rapidly and share software and hardware resources. So yung mga hardware resources na yan and software, pwede siyang maging documents, hard disk space, or even printers. Okay, so yun ang sinishare nila. So basically, if you're going to connect the computers and other devices together, so it will give them the opportunity to communicate to each other, and it is called network. Okay, so computers that are interconnected to each other together with printer is called network. Okay, so there are two types of network. Ano-ano yung dalawa na yon? Anyone? Anyone? What are the two types of network? Sige, name one lang, kahit isa lang. I didn't hear you. I wasn't able to get it, Agu. Again, louder please. Are you saying something, Agu? Okay, so
Wi-Fi.
no, that's really no. So the first one is the mabasa mo na. Agu, please read the first one.
Local area network.
Oh yeah, there you go. Local area network or LAN. Okay? So that's the first one, ano? That's the first one. I'll be giving you a point for that trying. Okay? At least you tried. May points yun, ha? Tandaan nyo, may points ang pagre-recite. Even if your answer is wrong, may points pa rin yun. So the first one is local area network is a type of network where the computers, so ito yung computers natin, ano? Where the computers server, okay? And other devices are interconnected through cable wires, okay? Pag gumamit ka ng cable wires, yun nga, yung mga natawag ng LAN cable, so it is called LAN, okay? And it's dahil gumagamit ka ng wires, usually maliit lang yung area, no? It's being networked in just a small area, in just a small geographic location, right? So as you can see here, we have here in the middle is hub switch, and this is where all of the computers together with the server are connected. So by using this hub switch, all of the computers here will be able to share the files, share the printers, share the documents, share the softwares to each other. Okay? So yun ang nagagawa ng local area network. So all of the computers will be able to communicate to each other. And the next one is, okay, Isa and Maxine, what's the next type of network? Ito na yung nauna, no? Local area network is the first one. What's the other one? This is the wider or larger network. And wala sila yung sagot. All right, please read, Maxine.
Wide area network.
All right, thank you. So wide area network or WAN. Kanina is local area network. Okay? Yun yung nauna, local area network. So yung L lang ang nabago, no? Yung L. And the second one is wide area network. So naging double yun na siya. Okay? WAN. Yung una, LAN. So kasi kanina sabi ko, nung nasa LAN, so very limited yung very limited yung kanya network kasi yung network niya can be only used in a small geographic area. Nasa small area lang siya. Pwede siyang in a building, in a house. So doon lang siya. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-jump off sa kabilang barangay. Hindi ka pwedeng magpunta sa ibang mga locations like from one country to another country or from one city to another city. Pero ang WAN, which is wide area network, ang ginagamit, so mas malawak, ano? It has a larger network and it uses high-speed telephone lines. Pwede mga fiber optic connections and even microwave mga microwaves, no? Gumagamit siya ng mga ganyan like Wi-Fi, mga wireless fidelity. And it will link the computers that can be thousands of miles apart. So sabi ko, Wi-Fi is an example of one. So kayo ba, saan kayo naka-connect? Naka-Wi-Fi ba kayo or naka-line? Let's start first, Ago. Naka-Wi-Fi ka ba ngayon? Yes. Si Maxine.
Wi-Fi.
Naka-Wi-Fi. How about Isa?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. So ibig sabihin, kayong tatlo ngayon ay naka-one connection, okay? Ang ginagamit nyo is wide area network. Alright? Kasi you are connected to the modem or the router. So the router has a Wi-Fi and it's giving you the opportunity to connect to it. Okay? So nakakonect kayo sa router ninyo using wireless fidelity or Wi-Fi. Okay? And it means you are using wide area network. Okay? Handa na? You are using wide area network kung kayo ay naka-Wi-Fi. Okay, next. Alright, so sabi ko nga, wide area network or WAN is larger, no? It is a larger network compared with LAN. And the largest one, the largest one is the internet. Right? It is a global consortium of networks linked by a common communications program. So bakit naging ganon? So later on, ano, papasok na yung ating main discussion ngayon. Alright. So internet. So this is our main discussion for today. So internet is a global network of computers that communicate using a common language. And internet is also the largest network in the world. And it is simply called the net. Okay? It is also net or sometimes meta network, meaning network of networks or the information superhighway. Okay. So bakit sinabing network of networks? Alright. So ito Ago is using one. Tama? Yes or no? Kita ko na lang kung ano. Diba? You're using one. So that's one network. Okay? That's one network. Isa is using one. Tama hindi? Uy. You're using one kasi naka-Wi-Fi ka. Tama? So that's another network. So dalawa na. Two networks na yon. Maxine, you're using one. Yes or no? Naka-Wi-Fi ka, di ba? So you're using one. So tatlo na kayo. So first network is Ago. So sabihin natin Ago is 1 1 1. Isa is 1 2. Maxine is 1 3. Tapos si Sir Yman naman is LAN. Okay, naka-LAN ako, naka-LAN. Okay? Kasi naka-local area network ako. Okay? And then so ilan networks 'yon ngayon? How many networks do we have now?
4.
4. Tama, 'di ba? So 4 networks and lahat tayo nagko-communicate, right? Ano gamit natin to communicate? For us to be able to communicate to each other para tayo magkapag-usap-usap, makapag-video call. So anong gamit natin?
Internet.
Yes, 'di ba? So internet. So 4 different networks. di ba? Na naka-network, di ba? 4 different networks na pinagkonekta, di ba? And we're being connected by internet. So naunawaan nyo, di ba? So we 4 networks naging isang network lang, di ba? Network of networks. So we are being interconnected. The 4 networks kay Agu, network of Agu, network of Maxine, network of Isa, network of Sir Yman are being interconnected uli. So meron na tayong another network. So network of networks. So yun na ibig sabihin ng internet. Okay? So internet kasi is a global information system, ano? It is composed of many interconnected computer networks. Imagine, ano? Okay, try to use your imagination, ha? Sige. Imagine that there is a tunnel that leads to all houses in the neighborhood. Si Maxine saan nakatira? Sa?
Mendes.
Oh, saan sa Mendez?
Cavite.
Ha? Tagaytay. Hindi, anong street? Anong street ang ibig ko sabihin? Or anong barangay? Alam mo kung saan barangay ka? Okay, let's have Agu. Agu, anong barangay sa Agu? Miguel Mojica. Ang pao si Agu. Si Isa, saan naman? Barangay? Naku, wala. So Isa is Poblacion 3. Okay, Poblacion 3. Tapos si Sir Iman nasa Asis. Okay? So we have 4 different locations. Okay. Imagine na meron tayong tunnel underground. Okay? We have a tunnel underground where we can go to each other's houses. Okay? So si Agu pwede magpunta sa house ko using the underground. Si Maxine ganun din. She may go to the house of Isa through the tunnel underground. Diba? Okay, at any point, you could go through the tunnel and grab something from Agu, grab something from Isa. O let's say si Maxine lang. Maxine, you're the example, okay? Lumusot ka sa tunnel, okay? Pagpasok mo sa tunnel, you you went to the house of Agu. Kinuha mo yung laptop ni Agu. Laptop talaga, no? So pumunta ka ron, kinuha mo yung laptop ni Agu. So using that same tunnel, umuwi ka na. Okay? So meron ka ng laptop from Agu. Ngayon, hindi ka pa ulit na kontento, dumaan ka ulit sa tunnel, pumunta ka naman sa bahay ni Isa. And pagdating sa bahay ni Isa, you grabbed her tablet. And using that same tunnel, bumalik sa tunnel, umuwi ka sa bahay nyo. So you now have the tablet of Isa and the laptop of Agu. Okay. So gamit yung tunnel, di ba, nakapunta ka sa iba't ibang bahay. And you must know that si Agu pwede rin dumaan sa tunnel na yon and even Isa. And they can also go to your house to get their stuffs back. Okay? Pwede na uling kunin uli yung mga gamit na yon. Okay? So ibig sabihin, your classmates can do the same thing doon sa loob ng tunnel. So yung internet kasi, the internet works like an underground tunnel, ano? It connects all the houses in the neighborhood siguro, in the neighborhood. And better yet, imagine that all houses in the world, all houses in the world, gaya nito. Imagine that all houses in the world are connected in a tunnel. Okay? Through that same tunnel nakakonekta lahat. So ibig sabihin, hindi lang kinaago ka pwede pumunta, hindi lang kinaisa. You can go to Canada, you can go to Japan, you can go to Russia, you can go to Europe using that same tunnel. Right? So let's say you decided to share your things. Sabihin you decided to share your toy. Toy na lang siguro, toy. So pwedeng pumunta yung anyone from Russia going to your house, 'di ba? And then you just going to grab your toy. So ganun 'yon. But if you decided not to share your stuffs anymore, so gagawin mo, you're just going to block, 'di ba? You're just going to block the tunnel. Okay? So that's how internet works. You can always share files, you can share pictures, information to others if you want to through the internet. But if you don't want to, then just block the internet and then don't let any information get through. Okay? So the internet has made it possible for people all over the world to communicate with one another effectively and inexpensively. Okay, Ago, do you know someone from the US? Right? And were you able to share pictures to them? Diba? So yun. So yung sasabi ko na, you can share your pictures, you can share your files, kahit nasaan ka pa, kahit nasaan ka pa. So, they will be able to see you through pictures, even if they're in the California, even if they're in Vegas, even if they're in Vegas, di ba? Even if they're in Stanford. Ganon. So later on, I'll be discussing to you the history of internet, So, sabi ko nga, internet has brought new opportunities, to governments, businesses, and educational institutions. So government used the internet for international communication, distribution of information, and automated tax processing. So dito, it's I think this is the revenue office of the government. This one is field health. So ngayon, they're using the internet para makapagbigay ng service sa tao. Para makapag-pay ka ng tax, 'di ba? Anywhere, in any branch, pwede ka na magbayad ng tax. Dati kasi, you can only pay your taxes in a specific branch of Internal Revenue. But now, since it's online, so pwede ka magbayad anywhere, any branch na. This is PhilHealth naman. You can always track down your record online. Okay? So you don't need to go to the office of PhilHealth for you to be able to get your information or your, let's say, how much have you been contributed. Okay? So you can always track down your contributions already online. So yun ang nagagawa ng ating internet sa government, to businesses, okay? Sa business naman, in addition to offering goods and services online to customers, nagagamit nilang internet. Businesses use the internet to interact, okay? To interact with other businesses. So many individuals use the internet for for communications through email, okay? Through email, pwede rin for news updates or to research information. Pwede rin shopping, okay? And paying bills online. And even banking, Online banking pwede nang gawin sa internet. You can always track down your bank account online. Pwede kang magbayad ng iyong bills ng Meralco, ng PLDT, Converge, mga utility bills. Pwede mo nang gawin siya online. So that's what the internet had given opportunity to businesses. And it's also being used to educational institutions. So internet is used for research, okay? So mas napapadali ngayon ang pag-research, if you want to know about something or about anything, so you can just research it through the internet. Okay? We also use Sir Yman used the internet to deliver courses and materials. So this is the Google Classroom. So all of you are able to access the the modules, okay? The modules through the Google Classroom. And and also online learning, ano? So right now we're having video conference. You're learning through Zoom classes. Okay? So nagagamit natin ng internet sa pag-aaral, sa pag-research, and for us to be able to send the materials to the students. Right? Now, we're going now to, do we still have time? Okay, medyo malaki na yung damage sa aking screen. Hindi ko nakikita yung oras. Right, so at this moment, please try to, what's this? Sana jot down kayo, makapag-record. All right, so how did internet start? Okay. So the first workable prototype of the internet came in the late 1960s. So when you say late 1960s, it's either 1968 or 1969. Okay? But basta it means it's almost 1970s na. So the first one is through the creation of ARPANET. ARPANET means Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. Okay? Originally, ARPANET was funded by the US Department of Defense. So ARPANET used packet switching to allow multiple computers to communicate on a single network. Okay? So again, it started in the early 1960s with the creation of ARPANET. ARPANET means, please read, Miel. ARPANET means Advanced
Research Project Agency Network.
Right. So try to remember that, okay? ARPANET, yan ang ibig sabihin niya, Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. So lalabas sa exam siya na yung ibig sabihin ng ARPANET, okay? All right, so that's late 1960s, ano? It was followed no October 29th, 1969, ARPANET delivered its first message, no? A node-to-node communication from one computer to another. So tandaan yung data, October 29th, 1969, okay? Nag-deliver ng message ang ARPANET. So ganitong ginawa nila. So this is the Pacific Ocean, this is one part of the US. So they sent a message from UCLA. So ito yung sender. UCLA means University of California, Los Angeles. Okay? University of California, Los Angeles. That's UCLA. So ito yon. This is the sender. And they sent the message from here going to Stanford. So this is Stanford. And it's about 300 miles away. 300 plus, no? 300 plus miles away. And it's like a 5 hours travel if you're going to travel by vehicle. So they sent a message. Ang message na sinend nila was the word login. So spell login, Ago. Login, please spell. You're muted.
Login po.
Yes.
LOGIN.
All right, that's correct. Thank you. So LOGIN. So that's the message that UCLA here sent to Stanford, okay? So when they sent that message to Stanford, so nagkaroon ng crash, ano? So the connection crashed and Stanford received LO only. So they received the first two letters. So from the word login, LOGIN, nawala yung three letters, natira yung LO. So the Stanford, the house from Stanford, the computer that is located in Stanford received LO, the letters LO. Yan. At least the sending of message through the internet was successful. Okay? And then that actually hindi pa pala internet noon. Hindi pa siya actually internet. Node to node pa yung gamit nila. Node to node connection. And then that technology continued to grow, ano? And it grew ang mga 1970s after the scientist Robert Kahn. Actually, this Bob is the nickname of Robert, okay? Robert Kahn and Vinton Cerf, okay? Bob Kahn and Vinton Cerf developed the what we call TCP/IP or Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. It is a communication model that sets standards for how data could be transmitted between multiple networks. So when they were able to develop the TCP/IP, so originally they became the designer of internet. Okay? So Vinton Cerf and Robert Kahn became the fathers of internet. Okay? Again, Vinton Cerf and Robert Kahn are the fathers of internet. All right? So that's in the early 1970s na, okay? So the internet started in 1983. Okay? So nung January 1st, 1983, still ARPANET adopted the TCP/IP that was designed by the fathers of internet, which were Vinton Cerf and Robert Kahn. And from there, researchers began to assemble the network of networks. Ito na yung atin, yung ginawa natin, network of networks. And that became the modern internet. So the online world took on a more recognizable in the year 1990 when the World Wide Web was invented by the British computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee. This is not on your module, okay? So try to write it down, okay? The World Wide Web was invented by the British computer scientist named Tim Berners-Lee. So while it's often confused with the internet itself, the web is actually just the most common means of accessing data online in the form of websites and hyperlinks. So the web, yung World Wide Web, helped popularize the internet among the public. And it served as a crucial step in developing the vast trove of information that most of us now access on a daily basis. So if you're going to create a timeline, okay, pag nag-timeline tayo ng history of internet, so first was October 29, 1969, ARPANET delivered its first message. So ito yung sinasabi kong login. So they sent a message from UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles. They sent a message, UCLA, the word UCLA, to Stanford. And Stanford received LO. So that happened October 29, 1969. And then in the early 1970s, Robert Kahn and Vinton Cerf developed the TCP/IP, and they became the fathers of internet. In 1983, to be exact was January 1st, 1983, internet started when ARPANET adopted the TCP/IP design of Robert Kahn and Vinton Cerf. And later on, 7 years after, the World Wide Web was invented by the British computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee. Right? So that's it. That's the timeline of the history of internet.